Hello.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Craft Parenting Podcast.
Back.
Oh, there we go. There it is. I was kind of paused for that to anticipate that.
And no, that's not how this works. You pause, I pause longer.
Oh, I see. We are the Craft Parenting Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. We are once again live on YouTube. We should probably check and see if the sound is coming through.
I'm nervous too because then there's going to be like feedback and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We are the Craft Parenting Podcast, the podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem.
Why is it being weird?
My name is Joe Ludwig, and with me is my lovely wife and co-host, Caroline.
Hey, I don't know how to work YouTube. So
Caroline doesn't know how to work YouTube.
I'm able to see it, but it says that it's still waiting, even though it says it started. So I'm very confused. I'm just going to get out of the app and get back into it. Hey, look, there it is. We are there.
We are here. If you can hear us.
There is sound this time. I am very proud of us.
We did it.
Yay. Good job, AV guy.
Yep, thank you. If you are here, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Please let us know in the chat. We have the chat pulled up on the computer up here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to hang out. It's a lovely fall afternoon, fall Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday.
It would be lovely if it wasn't raining as much. But it was raining so much this morning that like everything's soaked now, and I am not a huge fan.
I don't think it's raining now.
It's not raining now, but it was raining earlier.
Well, I'm saying now it's lovely. It's a lovely fall afternoon. A lot of the leaves just fell because of that storm.
Leaf fall down.
Yep. That's what happens in the fall, as us Americans say. And
I mean, our flag in front of the house says welcome autumn, but it's leaf fall down.
Okay. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about, but first,
beers.
we have this is at least a third of a craft beer podcast.
Yeah.
So we like to talk about what we're drinking. And what are we drinking?
Well, so we're working on clearing out the last of the unique random beers that we found in our beer fridge after our 100th episode extravaganza. Mm-hmm. So we are currently drinking a Cosmic Autumn Rebellion, a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie ale from Roosters Brewing Company. The subtle malt flavor plays second fiddle to a massive amount of juicy American hops. Haze Craze comes to Ogden. It is 6% ABV and 99 IBUs and is a seasonal beer. This is from last year. It's got to be because it was in our beer fridge, and we have never been to Ogden before.
Nope. I've never been to Utah before, but I don't know if you can see that. There's like an astronaut.
It's like a space suit pumpkin.
A pumpkin inside some kind of suit.
Yeah.
And then he's like blasting the chocolate chip cookies.
So Roosters has 2 locations in Utah and has been around since 1995.
So that's like one of the OG, like craft beer.
Yep.
In the modern era.
Yeah.
Breweries, craft beer breweries. That's what I was trying to say. So it's an ale.
Yeah. I don't know how much of the chocolate chip pumpkin I get, but it's also a year old, so I will not hold that against them.
Well, I know I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin, so I'm okay with that.
I didn't give you a full half of the can. Like, there's still some more in here because I figured that I would be drinking the bulk of this one.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's kind of amber in color. Mm-hmm. Amber orangish.
A light tan head.
Yep. It holds up, as far as carbonation.
Yeah.
But the cans usually do.
It is a little halty.
A little what?
I was going to say hoppy,
Hoppy.
and somehow halfway through my brain changed it to malty.
Oh, okay.
So instead of saying hoppy or malty, I just said halty.
Okay.
That's a new description now.
That,
If your beer is hoppy and malty, it is now halty.
it's canon. Halty.
Mm-hmm.
Halty. That's a new one. we need to put that in the review and on Untapped.
Mm-hmm.
It's very halty. They'll be very confused.
What are you trying to say? Wait, we have a button for that.
We do?
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's like insane shit.
I mean, that is true, Marco.
What?
There it is.
What?
That will be the brewery.
Live reaction
Yeah.
on here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
This is the quality content that you get from us here at the Craft Parenting Podcast. I don't know if you want to like and share and subscribe and spread the word.
Please do.
But so more people can join us live. I hear that the more people that see you live, the algorithm likes that.
That makes sense.
Like if we go live and no one's watching.
Well, I know what will super increase our likes.
What?
I have finished the version 2 prototype of a crocheted mug koozie. It's currently just being tested with ice water, but like the ice is staying cold, and you can take this one off now.
Oh.
So it's all fancy.
And the colors are not Belgian.
No. So, well, yes, but no, because the Belgian flag and the German flag share colors, but they're in different orders.
Yes.
From top to bottom, the German flag goes black, red, gold. The Belgian flag goes black, gold, red.
Okay.
So I did Google this at like 10 o'clock at night while I was at the emergency vet. So hopefully Caroline did it right. But I'm pretty sure that I did.
I guess we should update people. Last episode, we talked about our dog, Zoe. She's fine.
She's totally fine. Like, other than the fact that she still needs her knee replaced, which we have a appointment scheduled so we can start talking about surgery for that. Other than her leg, that's been an issue for a hot second, she's totally fine.
And
Zero repercussions of the mommy's going to stay up all night with you.
avocado incident.
Yeah.
And then Lily, our daughter, had surgery and minor surgery.
Yes, our minor surgery, I believe, was what we called the last episode, in part.
Yep. And she is also doing well.
Yeah, she likes her new belly button and is not complaining about it at all anymore. So that's good.
Yeah, she was running around like a chicken with her head cut off, along with her brother, just a few hours ago.
I was a bad witch, and they were running away from me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So,
But speaking of surgery, my dad had surgery this week, so that was a thing that happened.
he got his first hip replaced. Well, like half a hip. They call it a hip replacement, but you're only doing half the hip. So, I mean, technically, I think it's like the hip joint, and you have two of them.
So my dad has been having pain, and the doctor says he needs both hips replaced. So that
ASAP. Not even like, oh, we'll get one this year and we'll get the next one the next year. No, it's you're getting one done, and then as soon as you're mostly recovered from that, you're getting the next one done.
Yeah, so surgery 1 is complete, and he is on the mend. We just saw him yesterday. He was walking around.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be in pain.
Nope.
Like he was, waiting for this. He's been waiting for a month.
Mm-hmm.
It got really bad the last month, the pain and stuff.
Yeah. But I got to mow their lawn and use the riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
Even though I was told at one point that I would never get to drive his riding lawnmower. So that was cool.
Yeah, so he's doing well. Because of that, we had to kind of switch I had to switch my morning routine. I had to bring Elliot to them because he couldn't really leave the house.
Yeah, and she didn't want to leave him alone in their house, which I get because he is very stubborn.
Yeah.
So freaking stubborn.
Yeah, so they watch the kids Wednesdays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday I brought Elliot. I had to bring Elliot with me to drop Lily off, which usually they come over here and then they pick up Lily and go back to their house.
Did Elliot like that?
He got kind of sad when we dropped Lily off because he wanted to go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is the problem. He would like to go to school as well.
Yeah.
But he is not old enough nor reaching the milestones yet to attend preschool.
Yeah, next year.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. Next year.
Yeah, next year.
Like August. They'll be going to the same school, potentially, unless we go to the kindergarten route.
Yeah.
Which we have to
attend our first information night in the next few weeks.
Yep.
And we'll figure out what it is that we're going to do as far as kindergarten or preschool. Because, she's riding that edge of we could send her or we could keep her. Yeah, sorry. Preschool or kindergarten.
Pre-K, yeah. So that would be her third year of preschool,
mm-hmm.
which I did. And I was the oldest in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was the youngest.
You skipped, and you only did 2 years, and you were the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on the line like that, like your June birthday,
mm-hmm.
and Lily's a September birthday, I'm a September birthday as well. Just the edge of the front end of the school year and the back end of the school year, it can go either way.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on what you want to do. But on Wednesday, you decided to do something a little bit crazy.
So, yeah, I offered to bring them dinner on Tuesday, and they said no. They already had dinner going, and they just wanted to chill.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, well, I'll make you dinner on Wednesday. And instead of making tacos, which we still have the ingredients for tacos upstairs, we'll probably make them tomorrow. Instead of making tacos for them, I decided I was going to be crazy and I was going to make chicken goulash. But I did not find my chicken goulash recipe. So I found a closest recipe online. And I made that with my measure ingredients and put them in until Oma tells me no, to stop. From the great beyond. Yeah. I spice things until my ancestors tell me to stop. And then I go a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we're good.
Okay.
So I decided that I was going to make them chicken goulash with spätzle because I got my spätzle maker.
That's just egg noodle.
It's just egg noodle. It's super easy to make and it's so delicious. I should just not even bother trying to put the spätzle maker away and just make spätzle once a week. Except the kids didn't eat it. They were weird on Wednesday. But, so because I'm carrying this big pot of chicken goulash out the front door, I cannot open or close the door. I can't really get myself in and out of the car. I need to enlist Joe's help for these things. And so I am standing on the landing and Joe walks out the front door and then just keeps going. And I'm like, honey, I can't close the door. So he comes back and he closes the door. And in the process of getting off of our front porch, misses the sidewalk and twists his ankle and falls.
Yeah, that is correct.
I have video evidence of the thing happening.
We will not be sharing that video evidence.
We will not.
Not even to our subscribers. Or what is it? A Buy Me a Coffee Premium. Yeah. No. So, yep, I completely fell on my face. It hurt a lot.
The hat is helping a lot.
Yeah, I have a noticeable injury on my forehead and my nose.
Yeah, so I had to set the goulash down. Fortunately, it was wrapped in a towel, so it was fine. And I ran inside to get Joe some paper towels and stuff to help clean up his head because I can't help him get up safely. So I was like, okay, until you feel comfortable getting up on your own, this is where you're going to stay. And then he met me inside. We cleaned up his face and headed to his parents' house. And I should have asked them for crutches or something. He said he was fine.
Yeah, the ankle still hurts. Steps are hard.
And if you know where to get an ankle brace for giants,
Yeah.
please let me know.
I thought you had one coming.
There's another one coming tomorrow. It was supposed to be here today,
Oh, yeah.
but the first one cut off circulation to Joe's foot.
Yep.
So we had to take it off.
My foot was turning purple.
I mean, there's got to be something out there. I just am not looking in the right spots.
Well, I mean,
I've got enough braces for me.
you ordered this one from like a custom place.
No, I didn't order any from the custom place,
Oh.
but I will if I have to.
So what is this one that's coming tomorrow?
I can't remember if the one that was coming yesterday or tomorrow was the one that I liked more. I can look at the reviews and the measurements. I measured your foot, and this is supposed to fit on your foot, but it doesn't.
Yeah. So on the way there, I drove, but I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, I said you could hold the goulash or you could drive, and you wanted to drive.
The ankle didn't hurt
Yeah, I mean, so
at all.
when I fell at the pumpkin patch, it was like an hour of everything is terrible.
Yeah.
And then I was fine for like 4 or 5 hours. But when we got back home and I could like, okay, let me just sit here. Then I was like, oh no, something is definitely not right.
Yeah, I was pretty high on adrenaline, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like a gash, probably this big.
It's probably like dime size on your forehead.
Dime size?
Yeah.
Dime or a penny?
Dime to a nickel.
I don't know which one is bigger. I guess
Dime's the smallest.
Well,
That's dimes,
I was gonna-
nickels, pennies, quarters. I used to count a lot of coins. Like
The
a lot of coins.
pennies are bigger than nickels?
I don't remember.
No, I think pennies and nickels are about the same.
I think, they are about the same.
Nickels
They're
are
not quite.
bigger than,
Nickels are thicker.
I don't know.
This is a very different beer. I'll only pour us a little bit of this one, and then you can tell me if you want more or not.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that last one, which again is completely different.
I'm fine.
Completely different. But yeah, so probably about a dime-sized gash on my forehead.
Mm-hmm.
We put a bandage on it. It's fine. And then I guess
You banged up your nose a bit too.
I like burned it, I guess.
Road rash is
Road
what I
rash?
call it. It was rock rash because you fell on the rocks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, they're smooth rocks because it's,
I braced myself a little bit. It wasn't a direct hit.
yeah,
but
like your face was the last thing to hit the ground. Because we have a sidewalk that goes one way, and then we have a stone path that goes the other way.
yeah.
And he fell. I mean, out of the two things, like I think you'd rather fall on the stone path than the rough concrete. Also, I think I've got some metal stuff hanging over there that would have been not great to fall on.
Yeah.
Mom is convinced that we need to like put up a railing or something because her and Elliot have also fallen in similar fashions off of our landing. Yeah.
No, she completely. She fell off of the top landing.
Yeah, she fell off like the side of our landing, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Like, I don't know how you can do that. Elliot probably was trying to jump off.
Probably.
So that's what he likes to do.
So,
But so it burnt on the way there. My nose burnt. And that's really all I felt. And I was driving fine and no concussion or anything like that.
mm-hmm.
But then you drove home, and then when the kids were finally in bed and stuff, that's when I guess the adrenaline wore off.
Yeah. And I got out some ice packs and
it
told you
hurt.
to rice and
Yeah. And what does RICE stand for?
rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Yeah, we didn't do the compression though.
No, because I can't find anything that's the right size for you. I can just get like tape and like I can tape it up myself, but you don't want me to do that.
No, you'll cut off my circulation.
Potentially.
Remember when you did that to Zoe's leg?
That was an accident. I fixed it. It was fine. What did she get? Oh, it's because she had a hot spot on her knee.
Yeah,
And
so
we had to.
when dogs lick their skin a lot, and,
It makes a thing called like a hot spot, which is just like an open wound that's not like doing a whole lot. And so the doctor said to like put petroleum jelly on it and
this is when
wrap
she was
it.
a puppy.
She was
3,
Clara was still around, so she was like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
But she said don't wrap it too tight. And I didn't think that I had wrapped it too tight until like an hour later. I look and her paw is twice the size of the other one. And I'm like, whoops-a-daisy. And I unwrap it. And eventually it all went back to normal size. And the vet said, yeah, that happens here sometimes too. She's fine.
Yeah.
Because they wrap like 10 dogs a day or whatever.
I'm sure.
Like a lot of dogs a day. So
what are we drinking?
So this is a Kringle Monster from Mobcraft Beer.
Is it raspberry?
It's an imperial pastry stout with Kringles and raspberry. I don't know what a Kringle is. I'm assuming it's like a strudel or a pie. Because the image looks like a strudel or a pie.
Is this from Wisconsin?
I don't know. It's 8.5% ABV. And it is in collaboration with Uncle Mike's Bake Shop, Wisconsin award-winning bakery. So yes, it is from Wisconsin.
Okay.
They turning ideas into beer.
It's very possible that it is strudel because Wisconsin has a very big German population.
Yeah. So you're supposed to keep chilled and drink fresh.
Whoops.
Because it's an unpasteurized live product. I don't see a date on this can.
It's probably.
So, oh wait, no, here it is. Born on
Oh boy.
11/22/21.
Okay, so it's 2 years old.
This beer is almost 2 years old.
It didn't explode.
It did not explode. It still tastes really good.
So
it doesn't
there's
have
that.
much of a head, but it is still carbonated. Brewed in collaboration with Uncle Mike's Bake Shop and dedicated to Uncle Mike, who passed away from COVID in December 2020. Mike, we raise this beer to you and your family. May your smiling face be always in our memories and your tasty Kringle in our bellies. You are sincerely missed.
All right. Well, I guess cheers to Mike.
Prost, Mike.
There we are.
I mean, I get raspberry. I get delicious. It's very malty. I would not call it halty because I'm not getting any hops,
Okay.
but I am getting the malts.
Halty.
You love me.
Should I rename this episode This Beer is Halty?
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to.
I don't know if I can
But no.
name it. I would have to do it after the fact. Yeah, this is a very big beer. Did
It
you
is.
say 8%?
Yeah, I mean, it's 8.5%, so it's not like a super alcoholic beer. It is a heavy beer, though.
Yeah.
And there's still like half of the beer in here.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Okay, I'm going to get us some more glasses.
Yeah, different glasses.
Yes, different glasses.
So yeah, the goulash was good.
It did, and the good thing was Joe was not carrying the goulash out the door, because that would have been hot goulash and Joe falling, and then severe disappointment in the loss of the goulash.
Yeah. So that was a thing. I'm doing okay though. I just look like I got into a very interesting fight, I'll say. You should see the other guy. I don't know if you can even see it because my hair and my hat.
The other guy is fine. It's the rocks outside our house.
Well, there you go. Yeah, but
Yeah, Joe.
Try having a twisted ankle with 2 kids.
It's hard, man. I was in a boot.
But
Elliot
the
wasn't.
kids like to run now more than back then.
Yeah. Elliot was mobile, but he wasn't like can run. I don't even
Right.
think he was walking yet.
He might have been like stumbling.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if he was 1. I think he was.
He was not yet one
Yeah.
because it was his first trip to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, he was like crawling.
Yeah, so Joe now gets to learn how it feels to be me sometimes. It has been a hot second since I have.
You don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me.
I've got ankle exercises that I have to teach him to start out next week so he can strengthen that joint back up. And
I'm just glad I didn't have to I'm just glad I didn't break it.
I am very glad that you did not break anything.
And I didn't jump off a wall.
Nope.
And I didn't have a single thing of alcohol. So I can't even blame it on that.
Nope.
Like some people in my family who shall remain nameless
Yep.
and jumped off a wall on New Year's Eve.
He deeply regrets that now, I think.
He's still having issues. That was like 5 years ago.
It was. They did not fix it right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fun.
And when you're 6 foot and change,
It's your whole base.
yeah, I mean, your ankles are very important when you're a giant.
So I had a friend who hurt her ankle and like found out that she had a similar fracture to what I had. So I was like, here's my out and about boot. Like wear it as much as you want. Cause it's your size in addition to being my size. And somebody said to me, he's like, I don't even know like if I would have gone to like got that checked out. And I've just been like, it is what it is, man. And I'm like, dude, we're at an age where we can't do that anymore. Like I told Joe, if you still have a bunch of pain this weekend, you're going into the doctor on Monday because we are not messing around with that.
This friend is also a nurse, right?
She is. And it's like when nurses go to the doctor, you know it's serious.
So, yeah, I mean, she knows what the doctor's going to say. So
Yeah.
She doesn't want to pay for the x-ray.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean, she knows where the bones are, and she can probably feel that it's broken or not broken.
yeah, she at least wasn't as intense as I was about it. Where like I went to physical therapy for a few weeks after I fractured my ankle, which was necessary.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I went in the morning for might have been like 8 weeks. It was a while because I had to slowly step out of getting out of the boot. So I went from like 2 hours a day out of the boot to like 4 hours a day out of the boot to
Yeah.
slowly like, hey, yeah, wear an ankle brace, but don't be in the boot.
Yeah. So what else are we supposed to talk about? What is the...
Yeah, so goulash went well. The kids didn't eat near as much as I thought that they would, but they were also crazy butts at Oma and Opa's house. Thursday was pretty chill. Excuse me, I don't think we really did much on Thursday. Right?
Yes, we did.
Oh, we did.
We were the peanut gallery.
Oh, yeah, we were the peanut gallery. I forgot.
It's in the title of the episode. We were the peanut gallery.
We were the peanut gallery.
And we heckled a gnome.
And the kids helped.
Yes.
They are really cute.
So the gnarly gnome, he was on a quest this year.
For the best Oktoberfest.
Yes. And we're not going to say who won because I don't know that he posted the episode yet. And he wasn't live.
Yeah. I don't know if he's posted who won it yet or if they have posted.
But we know who won.
We do know who won. And we know that these two breweries, Madtree and Braxton, if you take out the labs,
Rest in peace.
were in the finals.
Oh, yeah. So it was the final 4.
5.
No, there was 5.
There was 5. It was Braxton, Madtree, Sonder, Wandering Monsters, and Third Eye. Those were the finalists.
Okay. Why was there 5?
Because that's how it came out.
Okay.
So
It was the final 5. Maybe
was
he
like-
couldn't. Maybe he couldn't legally call it the final 4.
I know, because it was 4 last year. But then what he did this year as well was not know what any of the rules were.
Okay.
So like we were making up the rules as we went.
Okay.
And Josh poured all the beers, and Julia and Marco, their opinion mattered this year. So last year it was Marco and Julia, you can say whatever you want, but Gnome is the final say in what the beer is.
Okay.
This year it was a group decision.
So there were 3 judges.
There were 3 judges,
was
yeah.
Gnome, Marco, and Julia from Truth Beer Pod.
Yep.
And
So Marco can brew beer and drinks a lot of beer, and Julia can drink a lot of beer. So those are their qualifications.
okay. I mean, that's really all you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they drink beer from 5 different breweries,
Yep.
and we decided to be like the peanut gallery.
With children. Well, because initially it was probably only going to be one of us that was going to go. And then Joe hurt his ankle, and it was, well, do we have Joe drive across town by himself? Or do we have Joe stay home with the crazy kids by himself? And, well, the kids took a nap, so let's just all go together. We'll get some pizza. We'll get some cheesy bread.
Yeah, they didn't eat any of that.
Lily ate half a slice pizza
Okay.
and then complained that she was hungry. And I'm like, homegirl.
She does that. She says, I don't want my milk. And then on the way to school, I'm thirsty.
Yeah. So I was like, homegirl, we had food. This was your opportunity to eat the food. I know there was a lot of stuff going on, but we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves before we start running around. So I'm trying to use it as a teaching opportunity. She's 4 though, so I don't know how much it's going to stick yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
he had a speaker set up. He had the video set up. And
he has fancy Bluetooth microphones.
yeah.
So we could be the peanut gallery in the peanut gallery. That was really nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But he had to turn you on and off. So
Yeah.
you had to go over there and say, hey, I wanted to say something.
Or like jump up and down and be like, ah, turn on the microphone.
Yeah. And yeah, you'll just have to listen to the episode because if he keeps it in, I think I am the best part.
Yeah. And Lily told everybody what her favorite brewery is. So stay tuned for that. And Elliot also said some things. I do not know what those things were, but he said some things.
He had thoughts.
He had lots of thoughts. So we are doing 3 completely different beers. So now for something completely different, Chaos Sizer Apple Vanilla Mead. So this is produced and canned by Groenfell Meadery in St. Albans, Vermont. I am sorry if I pronounced the name of your brewery wrong. Groennfell. Groenfell seems right. I don't know.
Okay.
So Chaos Sizer harkens back to some of the earliest fermented beverages, a mead made with honey, fruit, and delicate spices. This mead is brewed with raw honey, cider apples, and vanilla. Each ingredient is carefully selected to bring out the best in the others. And then Groenfell Meadery produces historically inspired craft meads from pure wildflower honey. Our drinks are meant for feasting, whether during high summer, midwinter, or every day. Grab some friends, grab a pint, and join the feast.
Okay.
Well, I grabbed friend.
Yep, we have a friend. If you are in the chat, let us know. Cheers.
Prost.
Prost specifically. And this is really good.
It is. It is very different and a little off-putting because it is so very different. But we knew what we were getting into this episode. Yeah, so Thursday we got to be the peanut gallery. We got pizza. Catch a Fire pizza, still delicious.
It still is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
really good.
Madtree had 0 Oktoberfest on draft.
And I blame the gnome.
Yeah, he drank it all.
However, they did have it in cans, and I purchased a 6-pack.
Yep. I did notice we have a 6-pack upstairs in our fridge that works and is amazing.
Oh yeah, update on the fridge. Our fridge works
It makes
because
ice.
it's new.
It's cold.
Yeah, the home warranty finally caved. We were like playing a game of chicken.
Yeah. Well, no. So last time we did say that because we said it had come today. We had gotten it plugged in. We hadn't put anything in it yet.
Oh,
So it works so well that we were actually able to put stuff in it that same night. Because by the time we got home from recording the episode and picking up the kids, it was already at like 36 degrees in the fridge. So we started throwing stuff in it like, yay.
It has a spot for frozen pizza. In the freezer.
Does. It's adorable.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah. And we don't really buy frozen pizza anymore. We go for the dough in a tube. Definitely the way to go because you can pick your own ingredients. You can do your own sauce and topping ratio. And
yeah,
it's like homemade. You can tell yourself that.
Yeah.
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 So that was Thursday. Listen to the Gnarly Gnomes episode of The End of the Quest whenever that comes out. And yesterday, I was going to make tacos because I was like, I got the ingredients for tacos. I need to make these at some point.
So the kids were at my parents' house. We were going to make tacos for...
And hot tub.
My parents. And
the hot tub. So we could hot tub.
Yeah. They wanted to go out, though, because...
They were getting stir crazy.
My dad was getting stir crazy. And it was raining, too. So it was raining on and off.
It wasn't the best kind of like hot tub with small children weather, but
yeah. So we went to Chandler's out in Harrison. They have 2 locations,
and they were very busy. So it was good that Joe dropped me off on the way to go pick up the kids.
I mean, any restaurant is going to be busy on a Friday
when you're waiting for 7 people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, fingers. Places.
What are you doing?
I was saying 7 and then I don't know.
So yeah. Chaos. So much chaos. The kids actually behaved.
I got to work on this koozie.
Yeah.
And drink a beer while I was waiting for everybody else to show up. Talked to an old neighbor who's now a new neighbor of my mom's. Because like
everyone's moving to Harrison.
At least 3 of the houses in her neighborhood are populated by people from her old neighborhood. It's a little crazy. So I got to talk to them for a bit. We sat down and Jenna had crafts, but no glue. So Lily and Jenna went for a, quote, quick trip to the dollar store next door.
Dollar Tree.
I specifically told Jenna, only glue sticks, nothing else.
Yeah, she came back with a bunch of other stuff.
Like a bunch of crafts, a fashion doll for Lily.
Not a Barbie.
Nope. And some dinosaur train reusable stickers that I have to open up at some point for Elliot.
Yeah, they watched Dinosaur Train at my parents' house.
Yeah, so a new movie that came out that was apparently really adorable. So dinosaur train stuff for Bubba because he was busy playing with his Thomas the Trains that live at Joe's parents' house and a turntable. So like half of the table was taken up by trains.
Yes.
But we didn't care until our food came. And then we're like, okay, bud, time to put this away so we can eat. And as soon as we were done eating, all of the toys came out again.
Yeah. And we thought about doing the hot tub, but it was like 8 o'clock at that point.
Yeah.
Going on 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So the kids showed up right after we got a table. So like they didn't have to hang out in the waiting room at all. So that was really good. That gave us some more time. And then with all of the craft things that were brought, that also entertained the children. So we could stay there. We stayed there for like an hour and a half, which for Chandler's, that's like normally we're in and out in 45 minutes. So,
yeah.
Because we took our time to order, we took our time to eat, and then we hung out a bit afterwards. I really think that your dad wanted to get out of the house real bad. Otherwise, we would have been in and out.
No, he did. My mom said that he was getting star crazy.
Mm-hmm. And like he can get around really good. He's got a cane, but he's just slower. I mean, he had major surgery this week. Yeah,
that's a thing that happened for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, his house isn't as big, so there's really just the 2 rooms that he goes in.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go down the stairs. I mean, he can, but there's no reason for him to. At the old house, at least it was 2 separate floors.
Yeah.
But it's good that they're in a ranch.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go in the hot tub yet because of the incision. I think
He's got to wait another 2.5-ish weeks.
I think they said they glued the incision together. Yeah.
That is a thing that they do. I mean, if you've ever gotten super glue on yourself, it sticks real good.
Yeah, so no hot tub for him. But we're I guess I kind of wanted to go over for the Bengals game, but I guess it'll be better if they come over here because it's going to rain.
When we're done recording, we're going to check the weather, and then we'll decide whether we're inviting them over here or we are inviting ourselves to their house.
Yeah.
And then plan accordingly for that.
Yes.
Because we have invited ourselves to their house for Halloween. Because their neighborhood is flat and there's lots of opportunities for turning around and getting back to their house very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Versus our house where we're kind of like in the middle of the neighborhood, but our neighborhood is more like, it's like a tree and more like the base of the trunk of the tree. So in order to go anywhere, like we have to like get very far away from the house and then we can start to get back towards the house.
I mean, should we check, make sure Harrison does Halloween on Halloween?
I'm pretty sure that they do. I'm pretty sure most places do.
Well,
I mean, we can Google that too.
Some people don't do it on. Some people do it in the Saturday before.
Yeah.
We listened to a podcast, a Star Wars podcast, and the one of the co-hosts lives in Cleveland, I think, or Akron. I think he lives in Akron, technically.
Well, if Halloween's tonight, we've got an hour and a half.
Oh, well, that would be very bad.
That would be very bad. So maybe it's on Tuesday. Somebody would have said something by now if it wasn't. Fine.
Yeah.
I will Google it now.
Or we're going to Google it now. So I know that I think in Northern Ohio, at least in that neighborhood, they do it the Saturday before. I'm all for Halloween on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of silly not to do that. I mean, I get it. It's dark. You don't want to get hit by cars and stuff. Especially if it's on a random Tuesday, like it is this year.
Yeah. I don't really know how you're supposed to search for this stuff anymore. Trick or treat hours. Here it is.
It's by township. I guess it's by.
Yeah. So for the city of Harrison, trick or treat is from 6 to 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume it's the same for the township where your parents live.
We're in Miami Township now. Green Township. It's typically 6 to 8.
It is. Because I passed their sign.
I'm assuming Miami Township is the same. But yeah, crazy stuff going on. We're trying to keep up with it all. Lily went to dance practice this week.
She did, and she had a blast.
And I don't think they danced. At least that's what she told me. We didn't dance, Dad. They're working on their Christmas show.
Yes.
Which is all songs for the most part. So she already memorized the song. It's about elves and the 5 little elves.
It's like 5 little ducks, but with elves and Santa and snow.
Yes. She already memorized it because she was singing it to me. And she's been to practice once.
Yeah. Like they've only done this once. And this isn't like she missed a practice because of her surgery, because they didn't have practice last week.
Oh, they didn't?
Anyway, no.
Okay. So, she loves it. And she's all ready to go for the Christmas thing.
So on Monday, backtracking a lot, Joe was slow waking Lily up because until I mentioned dance practice, and he was like, "Oh, I completely forgot about dance practice," and that's because I was like, "Dance
From her
practice."
nap.
Yeah, from her nap, because like dance practice is what will get her up and moving. And so we eat dinner. I try to get her to eat as much as I can because she's like, "I want to go to practice," and I'm like, "Well, you got to eat something first, girlfriend." And then she's like, "Okay, we need to get my dress out." Because to her, I need my dance shoes and I need my dance dress. And I'm like, well, mommy doesn't practice in her dance dress. This is just to learn what we need to do. So no dress today, just whatever it was that you wore to school.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to see if she's going to perform some weekend in November when we will not be there. We got to figure that one out soon.
Well, I mean, my parents would have to bring her.
Yeah, it's whether or not they're going to bring her.
Are they dancing?
They are.
Okay, well,
So are the shoe plotlers, but we're busy.
yeah.
Because it'll be BBB. Beers, booze, bonks, blinks, binks, boobs, biscuits, Batavia
That's,
Festival.
It's coming up, isn't it?
Yep. November 11th. We need to buy tickets.
We do.
We will do that.
Gnome, save us tickets. So it's different this year, right? There's only one slot.
Yep. There's only one slot. It's like 3 to 9 p.m. or something like that. It's a big slot.
Yeah.
And
I guess we can still get there at 5 or whatever.
I mean, so it's going to be, we got to do a puppet show with me, Lily, and my mom have a puppet show that we were going to attend about lunchtime. And then
I was not aware of that.
it's in your calendar. And then we're going to drop the kids off at your parents' house and go to the Foaling Warehouse.
Yeah. And I think our time is up because there's at least one kid awake.
I think they're both in bed. It's hard to tell because one of them has a Scooby-Doo pillow, and I don't know if it's a kid or if it's the Scooby-Doo that I'm looking
I
at.
saw someone move. So, and there's a bunch of glasses in front of the screen. So
They're still in bed, but yeah, we don't have much time.
still in bed.
Yeah, so we're gonna look forward to Halloween and trick or treating, and Lily is excited to be a witch, and I think Elliot forgot that he is a train. He will be wearing the Thomas the Tank Engine costume that my mom made for me when I was 2, and so he'll get to be Thomas the Tank Engine.
He'll love it.
He loves his hat. He loves his whistle. So.
Oh yeah,
We practice trick or treat.
Oh yeah, they. You have the treadmill over there, and I guess your running shoes are over there too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they are. Yeah. Well, they're not over there anymore.
I mean, they were using your shoe as their trick or treat bag.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Lily came up to me and she said, "Trick or treat," while holding one of my shoes. And I was like, well, good thing this is an indoor only shoe. Pretend to put candy in this shoe. And then she runs over to Joe, "Trick or treat." And Elliot comes up behind her, "Ick or eat." I'm like, sweet. Okay. So
Yeah.
we're going to see what
They
he
got
does.
it. They got it down.
Yep. Lily has already said that there are houses that she does not want to trick or treat at because the decorations are too scary.
Okay, but Elliot loves the scary ones.
If we got to split up, we got to split up.
I mean,
We'll see what happens.
Can she just stay on the sidewalk while Elliot goes?
Yeah. So if we got to do that, we can do that, but we shall see.
All right. I heard it's supposed to be cold.
Yes. It's not supposed to get warm anymore ever until a while from now.
Yeah, and I can see my backyard is full of leaves because
Leaf fall down.
Yep, leaf fall down. We're bringing it back around to the beginning.
That's what we do.
But we are the Craft Parenting Podcast about 2 Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a parenting problem. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next time, whenever that may be. We are on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X.
That's so weird.
It is a little weird. Twitter. Some people call it Twix.
If I'm calling it Twix, I better get a Twix bar every time I log in.
Well, so I
need my candy.
We are on all the social media platforms. Caroline, do you have anything to say about the YouTube and what they should do?
Oh, slam that like button, smash subscribe, ring that notification bell. And then you can find me on at Caroline Creates Crafts on Instagram and then Caroline's Creative Crafts on Facebook. You got the exclusive first look at our German mug cuisine. So,
Yeah.
woohoo.
And I am at Craft Parenting Joe on Instagram. And if you like the Dad Think segments that I do, I think I created a new channel for that.
I don't know.
It's live. It's out there. You should go subscribe to it. I think we're going to try to separate the two podcasts. But thank you so much for listening. And we will see you next time on the Craft Parenting Podcast.
Bye.